Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's event where we'll be doing an Ask Me Anything, and it's actually live support today. So if you have any questions or comments or things that you're trying to work on but you don't know how to work on them, our team is here to help you today to get going. So I'm going to be here to facilitate any issues you might be having with your website. If there is no questions, guess what? We have some common questions from our support team that will be relegated over today, and I'll be accomplishing that so you can see live as well. So I'm going to give people some time to get settled in. If you have any questions or you want to look at something on your website, please let us know in the comments section. This is the perfect day to do it. We'll be doing live support for the next hour. And if no one shows up, guess what? We got some great common support questions that we get that I'll also showcase during this time as well. So we're going to get people get settled, and then we'll get started. Okay, let's dive right on in. Again, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I'll look at them as we go. But for the most part, I already have a list of questions that we can look at and see what people are having common issues with. So let's dive right on in. So you can see first up we have some questions here. So common support questions that I'm going to look at today is how do I set up email automations? And the one next to it kind of goes in tandem with it. And then how do I email automations work with client galleries? So we'll kind of look at those back to back and see how they're done. Okay, so email automations are a feature that we have within the builder itself. When we go over here, let's take a look. Okay, let's jump over to the marketing feature. Over here in the marketing section, you can see email campaigns, email automations. Automations differ from the email campaigns because the email campaigns are more direct on ideas of going out to tagged lists or something about like promotions and things like that. Or email automations are more about directly connecting to individuals. And what do I mean by that? So if someone is a client of yours that is a individual client that has signed up for a client gallery, maybe someone that's booked time with you has a scheduled event, or if it's an invoiced customer, they're going to be here as well. So, these are the ones that I mean by relegating to those features alone. So when we're looking at this, you can set up different types of email series that are dedicated to those types of email automations. So if you have a client gallery guest or a client, this is types of series that they have dedicated to them. You can create your own series. We have ones that are already started here, or you can customize it right from scratch, what it's going to look like for that customer. But the main thing is making sure that these series work by gathering information, but also helping them within the series itself. Like you can see, this one has cart reminders in it, and you can see the types of emails that will send out to them. Now, if you click on this, you're going to see very generic copy, and that's on purpose because this copy is going to be connected to any gallery. So you don't want to say, hey, Tom, hey, Mary, anything like that, because this is just really generic to get them over. You can see this will have the event that for that specific client placed here. So anyone that signs into this client gallery or someone that you send it to that is for this client gallery, they'll have their own dedicated event password that'll show up for it, for this client gallery itself, and they get their own system generated emails dedicated. So they'll, you don't have to put their names because it will just make things difficult, and then every person that's not named Tom will see a Tom email unless you specifically update every email automation for every specific client, which you can do, but that's time consuming. This is for more broad strokes. So, they can see the time is running out when you select your favorites. Very generic, shows the event that's tied to it. Same thing with this one, abandoned cart notice. So if someone's been putting stuff in their cart, but they haven't made a choice yet, you see it looks like you saved something in your cart. Log in, finalize your selections. Very generic. It gets straight to the point, very broad terms, so you don't have to make it, very personalized. You can do that with campaigns or just emailing them directly after that. This is more about taking some relief off your shoulders whenever you create these client galleries or invoices or scheduled events, so you're not having to do so much extra work. Now you can see what you can do is you can also edit them. Within them, you can check out what type of email type it is, the trigger that is placed. The trigger is when they're going to receive it. Is it before the event expires, after the cart was saved? All those details are made place. Then you can also trigger the date. Is it sent immediately after the cart was saved? When there's a scheduled day event, you can select days. You can select weeks. You can select months. How much after, and then you can activate the email in that series. Once it's activated, this email will run if you select an email marketing campaign email automation. An email automation tied to that gallery. You can also update the contents within here. Again, keep broad strokes. I think that's the smartest thing to do. And then you see what type of recipient's going to get it. So, is this a visitor without items in a cart? No, it has to require a cart for a cart notice. Visitors who have downloaded images, visitors who have never sent favorites to photographers, visitors who have purchased from this event. So you can see who you're going to exclude within here. Maybe you want to exclude people who have already purchased something in there since they have no need to leave anything else in the cart. But maybe you want to keep it very broad if they come back to buy more later. Then you can save that. And you can do this continually through every single campaign. You can add new emails in series if you want to. You can add expiration reminders, visitor messages, mobile link apps, favorite reminders. All of them are in here that you can modify. One of my favorites is the general message. And I recommend anyone to do this because this could be like for post events. So after the event is expired, you can then create something, who knows, maybe 3 weeks down the line, maybe a couple months later, just as follow up with them, that you can make a general email message here. You can see that's about anything. So this is going to trigger 6 months later, the content within it, whatever you want to write. If there's a button, maybe you want them to rebook something, or maybe you want to have a follow-up consultation with them, make sure everything went according to their plans. You name it, this is where you can really make customized choices and keep connected to customers on your behalf when you're not you know, having to keep up with them on a personal level, but just letting it be more automated. You can see you can create included recipients by type and such here as well. You can choose if you need to select which ones directly there, or you want to exclude specific ones right here as well. And then you can have it in that automation. Now this works for client galleries, great for, like I said, reminding them about their favorites, reminding them to make purchases, sending them mobile links. So maybe you want to send when they sign up. You can add one that's about the mobile app. You can have that triggered out to them. Select when it goes after the event is created. You want to select it. I want it to go a day after. And there you go. Now this is part of the event. You want to set it to active. So now it'll be part and it's activated in this one. You can go through here and activate all of them. You can see which ones have been activated in this campaign. Select them all and activate them all. So then when you go to a client gallery, go to marketing, go to your client galleries, select the event you want it tied to. So say it's this event here. Click on the event, go up to the gear icon. You can see if you have email automations tied to it or not. You need to make sure that your account is activated to tie one to it. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Give me just a moment. Okay, let me update this real quick. Okay, so if I go back over here to this event, so now you can see there's a email automated series. We can select which one we want tied to it. You can edit the series or create a new series in there and hit save changes. And then they'll ask you a question. There are emails in this automation series that are not active. Automated emails are active. Do you want to activate all emails in the series? So if you hadn't done it yet, you can do it here. Say yes, activate them all. So now anytime someone comes here, goes to their event, goes to like anything, share anything, submit your address. We're just going to put mine. Yes, create this account. So any likes, anything added to the cart, anything like that will now be tied to that customer. And it'll let them know like, hey, you hadn't sent your favorites to your client. If you have, or if there's any cart or e-commerce attached to the cart itself, that will be in place there. So we're going to select the global price list real quick so you can see that. Okay, let's jump over there again. So they're going to add it to the cart. I'm just going to add this one real quick. Print there. And then if I don't do anything else and I leave for the day, I come back, this person will now have an abandoned cart the next day after the event because they made a selection but they didn't follow through with the payment. So that's kind of how the email automations and the automated workflow works. So you're not having to spend so much time thinking about that stuff. It's done for you, and you can do this practically for all your client galleries. You can do it for your scheduled events and invoices. So very, very practical tool, very helpful. All right, let's check out our next question. Okay, this one is, how do tags work? That's a very good question. How do tags work? Tagging is a very unique piece of this puzzle. So when we go back here, anytime you make a tag on your website, and your tags can be connected in multiple places. On blogs, you can create tags. So say I have this tagged event. you'll see up here, I'll just add, this is about senior sessions right here. And you can see we already have one here. If you made a tag or anything like that, you can make multiple tags. Summer 2026. How about that? So we have a tag on this article. One cool thing about it is if anybody replies to it, so we're just going to put me, Jeremy H. I love this article. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to hit reply, submit it. All right, that's been submitted. So in here, you hit refresh. If there's any comments that need to be pending or anything like that, you can go ahead and approve it, right? Cool. All right, so you can also see tags within here. You can see which articles have the most of said tag. That helps with like knowing which ones do what, right? And then in your CRM, in your contact section, any person that has, interacted through your website, you can import people and tag them on the way in as well. You can put specific titles, just like how we did with the tagging system through blog. You can do it through products. If you have a product that you're selling, prints, digital packages, anything like that, click on here. You can see there are tags. So we can say this is package 1. And why we do that? Because if somebody was to buy this package, we would know which package they bought, right? So come back over here to our contact. Let's see what old Jeremy H has, talked about. Wow, okay, so we see he has tags here. So he did something with senior sessions, summers in 2026. Hey, that blog article had all those tags. That's great to know because now you can see any type of thing that they've interacted with on your website. So this helps with the tagging system within here. So if they made any purchases or submissions or files or e-commerce purchases, any client galleries, hey, we can see they're already attached to client galleries. Any appointments that have been done, anything like that is all set up with the tagging system as well. Tags are great because they help with your marketing campaign down the line. So how do they help with that? So say we go to our email campaigns. Create a new email campaign. We're just going to select one. Something about family session, sure. New fall session. Oh, let's just send them to photobiz.com. Select a photo. We'll just do this one. And our post will be made in moments. All right, there's our new email. So within here, we have our email made. Great, right? Done. No time. We did it in like less than 10 seconds. But we're ready to send this out. We're going to go ahead and send it. We're going to select our contacts. Well, you can send it to all of them. So if you have thousands of contacts, well, do they all want to hear about this family session or do you want to be more specific? This is where types and tags come in. Now you can send it to all your customers. You can send it to all your leads and all your vendors if you set it up properly. But if you want to, I think tags is more nuanced. So everyone that's been tagged with something else specific on here, so maybe you have multiple seniors session ones, maybe you have multiple 2026s, maybe multiple summer ones. This is where you get real specific. So maybe you want to get all the senior ones, but maybe you got an article that's for summer and you want to exclude them if they've done vice versa. So this is where you can collectively put all the ones that have done something on here. Since we only have a single tag, but if we had hundreds of contacts, you can see we can send it just to this one customer. Like, okay. But say there's 100 people in with that tag. Now I can send it to whoever I want to. I'm just going to send it to them. And that way, not everyone on your list is getting this email. You're being very selective with your choices. And then you would send it to them. Done. Here's what's nice about this. You can do A/B testing with it. So maybe you want to go ahead and you can go back over to your contacts. You can download your contacts. You can export them, re-upload them with a tag. So you can export this tag. I'm going to export it. I'm going to import it now. So I'm going to bring this customer in. let's just say it's 10,000 customers, something like that. So we go ahead, we click on it, we're going to import them. Make sure you specify this is their email. Are they customers? Are they leads? Are they vendors? And then I'm going to select a tag for them. This one I'm going to call new leads. Add the tag, customize, certified, yes. They've been imported. So now if I was going to email, we can go back to that contact. You see they have new leads attached to them now because they imported that into our list. And if I was going to send something now to a new list of people that I just added, you can see new leads will now go out with these emails. So you get really focused on things like A/B testing. You can upload new content, and you can exclude people that have it already, because maybe you want to exclude people that have it. Well, if you crossovers in a lot of things, but some people don't cross over, you can exclude people in different ways. So this really comes down to making more nuanced choices and niche marketing choices, so you're not sending everything out to everyone at once. And you can also test within that. Maybe half the list gets email A, half the email gets email B. Really fun choice. Really fun. Thank you for asking that question. All right, our next question. Oh, well, we kind of talked a little bit about how the contact section works. So if there's any other details I can talk about it, it's just a really practical way to keeping up with your clients, your CRM. It collects all the data within there. Let's take a look again. So anything that happens with your customer, you can see, you can connect, you can edit their information here. So if you know their name, you can add those details directly here, their birthday, any other tags that you want to add to them, if they're what type of customer, etc. You can even add notes, friend of mine. So you can see all that details here. You can add tags specifically here as well if you want to add additional tags. Friends and family, if you know anyone they might be connected to, you can add their relationship and add as a contact as well. This is really cool just to keep you connected to customers and their friends and family. You can also have conversations. We'll go in depth because there's a question about conversations coming up, but we'll come back to that in a moment. Submissions, you can see if they've made any form submissions. You can see if they've uploaded any files to you for you to look at, if they've made any e-commerce purchases, if they've made any selections within galleries. So you can see here, these are 2 favorites. You can see if they've made any comments, if they downloaded it, if there's any saved carts. You can see that saved carts here. That's that great thing about that saved cart. We can see it there. You can also see if they've made any appointments, if they've had any email automations tied to them yet. So you can see that one email has not triggered yet, but tomorrow it will. And if there's any email invites that they've gotten. So all that's collected here for your customers. You can also see the tags that you also have. Again, this will let you know how many X customers you have with X tags. And it just helps you with understanding those things when you are selective with your customers. You can export customer types. You can see anything within here. You can also filter by them. So if there's anything here like, hey, I want customers, hey, I want vendors, well, he's not going to show up. But hey, if you want to export them by specific leads and stuff like that, this is a great way to see that. You can also see if they've agreed to email opt-in, if they no answer, you can see there's no answer there, if they decline the email options, and any specific leads and tags here. Again, you can export them exclusively from here as well. So this just really helps you stay connected to your customers, who your customers are, and how you can do some cool things with them, such as that email targeting options with tags. Now, conversations is a unique piece to PhotoBiz that not many people realize that they can utilize, but this is like having like instant messenger back in the day, or a direct DMs, as we call them now, for your website. So you ever need to start a conversation, or conversations are happening with you, this is where you can start them with that customer without having to chase down your emails. It's all collected here. So let's look at an option. So if someone was to say in their client gallery, leave you a message. Maybe they have some feedback about an image, right? So they like this image. They're going to go ahead and say something to you like, I like this image, but can we adjust the color? So maybe they just have a simple question like that. They're going to send it to you. It's now connected. Oh, look at this. It looks like a speech bubble. Huh. Let's go figure out why. So now we're going to go back in. We're going to go to our contacts. Hey, look, in our conversation for this specific contact, there's a comment. You come over here, you can see it directly here. You can then reply to that customer. Oh yeah, I can brighten it and make it warmer. I'm gonna reply to them. How about that? All right, now we have our DM happening, our conversation within here, and you can print it off for later. They'll get this in their email sent to them, and they can then click to reply back to it. Back and forth, you can have those conversations. It's really helpful, especially when you're looking at client galleries, anything like that. It's just going to help at the end of the day. So, any conversation that you're having with them, they'll also see that update on that comment as well. So it's definitely really nice, especially when it comes to comments about specific images. Anything like that relegated is selected here and saved. And then once that event is done and you're ready to close out that ticket, guess what? You can just then close it out, and that is no longer there. You can reopen it, they can recomment, and back and forth. So it's really helpful. You can see when it's closed, last updated, all that information is stored directly here, and how many conversation comments were happened here. So conversations are really cool. I really like this detail. I think a lot of people would benefit from it because I know people get lost in emails and other connection, even their own instant messages. If everything was relegated here in their contact section, it really helps speed things up for everyone. And it directly points at the image, especially in client galleries. All right, let's take a look at our next question. Do messages sent through conversations go to the client's email? Yes, they get a follow-up sent to them that it pings them to let them know that, hey, someone has commented in your conversation, and then there's an option for them to click through to reply. So yes, they get that. Do you offer screenshot protection within client galleries? Well, yes we do. Let's take a look at that. You might have noticed it with that one image that we were even commenting on. So in the settings section of client galleries, once you click on it, you'll see you have an option to protect all your images in every gallery. So there's standard. Let's just put it on standard for now. I'm going to refresh this gallery. Now, standard is what you're going to see typically with a lot of galleries. When you come through here, you'll see the information that the client's allowing you. You have, some protection over right-clicking and things like that. And if you have watermark, that watermark will be there. No problems, right? So this is typical what you see with client galleries, very standard options. You can see it includes PhotoBiz's built-in safeguards against direct image access and drag and drop saving. Now, medium adds a measures to discourage screenshotting, right-click saving, and downloads, printing, and copying while keeping photos fully visible during normal view. Let's see what that looks like. Now, I know what you're saying, like, hey, this virtually looks the same. Well, if I'm a sneaky sneak, I'm going to right-click. Hey, I can't download these images now. Hey, what's going on? Well, let me try to do screen capture. Hey, as soon as I try to do the screen capture option, it locks itself out. So this medium layer helps you from those right clickers that try to get stuff, or even people that try to do screen capture. The system automatically detects when that happens. So this is really, really helpful for that. Now, what is high like? High is a different option. It's definitely for people who want to keep high security for the images, the strongest screenshot deterrence possible. Now, with that caveat, people might be like, hey, what's the deal with my images? Well, this is to protect you and themselves. So they'll load in a gallery and they'll see half of the images blurred right away. This means, hey, no matter what, if they try to capture an image from you, they're going to have to go through you first. If they want to download something, they have to go through you first. If they try to do it through their phone, they're going to have to go through you first, because no matter what, this protection is there to block any nefarious options that they might try to do. Because at the end of the day, it's about protecting yourself, your client, and any type of contractual agreement that you have. We know people get excited about their images. Sometimes they do things like just take the photo and they don't even pay for it. And you're just sitting there waiting to get money. Well, we're protecting you and their investment by having these options. So if they really are excited about it, guess what? They can get it later. They can purchase it directly from you. But now they can see a portion of what the final piece looks like. And if you have a watermark on top of that, your extra security is there. So PhotoBiz gives you so many layers of protection. You get the private gallery with passwords. You get to see who's doing what in your gallery. Then you have the multi-layered option of which level of security you want. And then you also have the ability to customize how deep your watermark is. So, right now the watermark is set to 50, but if you really want to, you can drive it down to 20 just to give them a little bit of something, right? You can upload your own logo on top of that to make it more cool and more secure, or you can go to 85 and you can really put that heavy layer of security on it so that it knows. So when they try to use anything like an AI watermark removal, anything like that, this will help with the distortion of that as well to keep it from getting out. And you also have extra levels of it too. Maybe you want to go here, maybe you want to go back, and you can have it where it's set like this, or if you want to be extra secure, you can be on everything right at launch. So some things to be considerate of if you want to have those layers of security. It's really up to you. I'm going to put it back to medium for now because I think that's doable. But if you're ever worried about people screenshotting your work or anything like that, definitely recommend at least having a watermark on. There is some anti-theft security involved with that anyway. And hey, you'll know then, because it's really difficult with these AI systems to get around that without just completely destroying the image. So something to consider. I think you have many layers of protection PhotoBiz is allowing you to have. So take advantage of which one you prefer for your clients. All right, let's take a look at our next question. Hey, you see, look at that. All right, do you offer screenshot protection in client galleries? Yes, we did that. How do I turn on screenshot protection for client galleries? Hey, we just showed that off too. Again, we'll go through the steps, and look, just me going to my website tools, it blurred everything out. So yeah, I like that. That lets me know it's working, gang. But yes, you just go up to on the back end, client galleries, and then at the top menu, click on settings, and then you can adjust the image protection directly here. All right, next one. How can I send an email campaign for a blog post? Oh, that's a fun one. Let's walk through that real quick. So if you have an email blog post that you want to send already, that's really easy to do. So let's just select one from our posts. We have plenty here that we just published. Let's take a look. And maybe you want to share this. You can directly share it here. You can send it out to specific clients here. So if you just want one person to read it, hey, I'm going to send it to that person, and you can continue and send it that way. Or you can click on email campaigns. Now, this is so fast, it's crazy. So we have this, July senior sessions. We're going to ask PhotoBiz AI to assist by transporting this blog post. Instead of you having to write one directly about the blog post, it will do it for you. So we're going to ask PhotoBiz AI to do that. It's now building it, and it's built. You can see it's already ready to go, and now you can send it directly here. The cool thing about this is PhotoBiz has tons of new features that are assisting you, such as maybe you need a subject for it. Well, guess what? Ask PhotoBiz AI. It's going to read the email, and it's going to give you the best optimized, subject that can help. So a senior session full of personality in Greensboro. Discover unique senior photos that highlight you. See how simple moments and so forth. And then you can create your own if you prefer as well and send it directly to your customers. How amazing is that? It's so fast and easy. If you just start at one, if you're creating a new blog post, let's show how quick it is then. We're going to create a brand new blog post. I'm just going to select an announcement one. Exciting news from the studio. We're just going to see what PhotoBiz AI recommends. That's great. I love it. I'm going to make a tag for it. We're going to call it August Seniors. I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to select some images for it. It's going to build that article for us. It's done. We're going to go to the builder. We see we have this article. You'll make whatever changes or additions that you want to it. And then when you're ready to hit publish, we're going to hit publish. We're going to then ask PhotoBiz AI to promote this blog post. It in turn creates the blog into an email. We're going to send this one. We're going to select our contacts. We're going to ask PhotoBiz AI for the subject for it. We're going to send it, and it's gone. We did that in less than 60 seconds. That's how fast you can create a blog post and then also convert it into an email campaign. All with PhotoBiz, all with PhotoBiz ingenious AI system. It rapidly helps you create content and serve your customers as fast as possible. It's incredible. I absolutely love it. Thanks for asking that question. Okay, next one. How do I set up a free consultation in the scheduler that is only available on specific days? Okay, now that one can get a little tricky if you don't know what you're doing. So let's walk through it. We're going to go over here to the scheduler. We're going to create a new service. So click on new services. You can create a new category if you want to. We'll just call this single days or something like that. And then we're going to click on new service. Now, right when you're starting, you got reoccurring services. These are for ongoing services that you provide on a regular basis, like consultations. Custom dates, these are going to be great for like mini sessions or specific dates and times for things. Since we want to have a specific free consultation day, we can make that with this reoccurring type. We'll click this service, we'll call it consultation. You can put your description here. Book free time with me. You can put the service duration. We're going to make it 15 minutes. Price $0. Don't need to charge anything. And yes, it's for booking only. So create the service. All right, the service is created. Now, this is where you can modify your availability. Do you want limited availability? Or no means it'll use your hours of operation. So if you have your availability here, your hours of operation is what those consultations will work within. But if you want to be selective, click on the one that you want to modify and modify the limited schedule. Limited schedule means this is where you can choose which date and times that it's available. Obviously, you might not want to work on Sundays, so you don't want to have availability for that. Or it might be an extra day out of your week that you do want to have your consultations on because it's not when you're working. Maybe Mondays are the days you like to edit. And you don't want to start your day out talking to people on the phone. You rather do something creative. Maybe you only want to do it on Tuesdays. You only want to do it for the first half of the day. So let's set it up that way. So the first 4 hours a week, you can do that. And maybe you do it another day during the week, and that's maybe Thursday. So let's select that. So we're gonna make it an all-day thing on Thursday, all the way to 5:30, and then Friday, you're too busy shooting. So Thursday is kind of your flex day. Tuesday's a flex day. Every other day, you're working. Set it up that way. Now we set up everything, what the times are available for that selected option. I'm just going to put an image that represents it. I'm just going to select this one. Okay, so we have our consultation. Now, if we go back to our website, and we'll create a quick booking page. Click page. You select which type of landing page you want. I'm just going to select a booking page. You can see there's types that we have available. Choose which one that you incline to use. I like the way that Jackie's looking. So I'm just going to select that real quick. Hit continue. I'm just going to call it free consultation. Okay, there we go. Hit continue. Select some images, and I'll select a couple. There we go. Except for this one because it's already in the thing. Oh, we need at least 6. There we go. It's going to start building the page out. All right, now we have it built. We're going to select our scheduled event. We put it in single days. We're going to hit consultation. And there we go. So now let's take a look at it. Someone tries to book time with you. They're going to hit schedule. And there we go. We have our Tuesdays, which are only till noon, available for times for 15-minute consultations. And then we have our all-day set for calls anytime. You can see that this is a running system that we have until you make modifications to the actual availability. But now you can see the times that you're available. They can book that time, and that time shows up on your end. So that's how easy it is to set up only available on specific day options with free consultations. Okay? Let's speed up the process a little bit. We're running out of time. How do I change my PhotoBiz website template? Let's take a look at that real quick. This is something that a lot of people don't realize they can do till much later. But with PhotoBiz, you can change your template anytime. Just go into the website builder area, click on design, and then you can change template. You can see the template that you've currently selected. You can see other ones that you might want to modify to. I'm just going to add a new template. Just like this one right here. I like the way this one looks. I'm going to click add. Now, this is where you can tell it to keep your current settings. So when you keep your current design settings or override them with your new template settings, you can choose, this setting includes colors, fonts, stylings, graphics, site backgrounds, footer backgrounds, etc. So you can say keep your current settings or use new template settings. I'm going to tell it to use the new template settings and see what happens. So we're going to hit save. You can see the new template settings change the fonts. It changed the colors slightly. And anything that isn't overridden at the block level, the global settings will change. Now, what is a global setting? Global settings are all these settings in the edit design section. You can see what's available here. So it relegates to color options. It relegates to font choices, styling options, graphics that you use. If there's a site background or a footer background choice, any CSS, detailed background information, or animations itself. All that is a global setting that is adjusted here. Now, if it's at the block level, say, let's look at this block here. Maybe it's using custom fonts or background. You can see what's being customized directly here. Now, you can remove those customizations and go with the global setting options if you prefer. See, these are the fonts that are available. So when you do that, you can see if they've been modified for that type or anything like that. So you can see how it modifies in here. See? So those are the types of things you want to look at when you make those options, when you update it. If you decide to say, hey, use the new settings. If you want to keep your current settings, you can do that as well. Click on design, change the template, add new template. We're going to use the exact same one. Keep current settings. So now when I change to that one, it's going to keep those current settings that you have. Now if you want to go back to your previous ones, you can, because you see these are all the ones that you've had previous. You can select those, and then those would be added back with those setting styles there. See the font change and everything. So very, very helpful for when it comes to deciding how you want your website to look. And options, you can customize it, make those changes without having to uproot your entire website and go somewhere else or anything like that. You can really customize it directly in what you already have here. That's why we love the flexibility of our website builder. It's awesome. All right, let's check out our next question. How do I create and publish a blog post? Well, we've kind of done that already, so let's do it again. Let's do it again. With PhotoBiz, blogging is super easy. I'm going to create a new post. And here you'll see that you have different types of blog posts to choose from. These help as templated systems. So you can say like, oh, I really want to write about something about a recent session. Great, let's select that one. Here you can then choose what this article is going to be about. You can ask PhotoBiz AI for a post title if you need to. Maybe it's showcasing your talents, something like that. Or real specific, you can get in there and talk about like beautiful recent photography session with Rachel. You can say something like that. So now we know it's going to be about someone named Rachel. You can tag that sessions. We'll just say that. Add a tag. Hit continue. And then you would upload all your images that you want for that session type. I'm just going to select these again. And it's going to create a blog post based on the images, based on the title, and based on the type that we selected. It's a promotion about a recent session. So now we can go to that. We can review it. You can see directly here. And this portrait session with Rachel was one of them. From the start, the interview was easygoing and fun, which made it simple to create photos that felt natural and true to who she was. This was the goal at my location, so you can see it's already optimized and things like that. So now you can go through here, make modifications, make additions. You can add where this button goes to, and then you can send it out to the world. So once you've made, you're satisfied, you can then go out there. I'm just going to have this button go to photobiz.com. All right, we're happy with that. And then when we're ready to publish, you can either publish it now, keep it in drafts if you're not ready yet. You can schedule when you want it to go. So maybe we're going to publish this tomorrow. At what time? You can select the time, or you can publish it directly right now. If you hit schedule publishing, it'll draft out and be ready to publish at that said time for when you want it to go. So you can make multiple drafts throughout the article posts. So you can have them where they're timed to go out once a week or something like that if you get really fast at making them, or if you want to be on a schedule. Or you can hit publish now, and immediately it's going to give you the option if you want to create a blog post based on this, which we've already showcased. I'll go ahead and do it again so you can see how easy and fast it is. And it's done. Ready to go. Amazing, right? So this is how you can utilize the blogging tool. It's very fast. You can create like entire campaigns of entire months. We did this one already. Took seconds. Now think about what you can do with other ones. Like you can go ahead and get your year's schedule of blog posts done in the afternoon if you want to. If you're doing one a month, 2 a week, however you want to pump out there. These are all great for getting you found. And the best part is they're already optimized for search. You can see the search settings. Everything's directly already been optimized. So it's going to be found on Google, and that's what you want. So very fast. You can see it's got the tag attached to it that we gave it, and it's ready to go. Love, love, love the blog tool. Now, if you want to ignore all those and you want to build it on your own, you can totally do that as well and click new posts. and skip setup. That takes you directly into writing everything on your own without any, AI modifications or anything like that. So if you want to use that, you can. If you're writing something, you can write here. You can ask PhotoBiz AI to assist you, like if you need anything like updated, like typos or anything like that. So great assistant on that side. So you can do it either way you want to. Very fast, very easy either way. Okay, let's see. Probably got time for a couple more questions. How do I add Google Analytics to my website? Oh yeah, that's easy. So if you have your Google Analytic code, once you go to google.com/analytics, you'll get a code string that you can copy and paste. So let's go over to the website. You'll click on tracking. You'll see you have the option directly here to paste that code in the head. Do not paste it in the body. Right here, once you sign up or sign into your Google Analytics, they will give you a tracking code. Copy and paste this code into the head in this box right here. You can paste it directly there. If you want to do it on specific pages, you can do that as well. Just click on the SEO of the page type that you're modifying. You can click on tracking. You can then paste in the head section of that page. Or if you're doing anything else like with email campaigns, if you're tracking emails, you can go there too. You can click on settings. Everything's directly there. Okay, so you can tracking in here. You can see the tracking data there. You can go to your forms, select which form you want to track. I'm going to get data if I want data specifically for, maybe it's a landing page you have set up. You can click on tracking, paste your analytical code there, and there you go. Very fast, very easy. Next question. How do I set up SEO for my website? Good question. So we'll go back to the website builder area. So when you log in, if you've never utilized PhotoBiz, if you're just starting out, the great thing is you log in, you put in all your information, what type of website you are, you'll fill out this brand profile. This brand profile is the first thing you'll do before you select templates and stuff like that. So you select your template, get that, upload some images, your logo, and then you'll fill out a business profile. Your name, where you're located, what types of services do you do, and then anything with your style and approach and the type of voice you want relegated to it. After that, our system analyzes all that data that you've supplied it, and then it creates your website. The benefit is it also optimizes every single page on your website. It also optimizes the images on the website as well. So this image here, you can see there's alt text already added to these images, which is great for SEO purposes. Directly here, you can always ask PhotoBiz AI to redo it again or add your own. You then can also click on the SEO tab up in the corner. Here you'll see that you already have customized SEO optimized SEO data ready for you. You can ask PhotoBiz AI to do it again, or you can customize it yourself and rewrite it. We also put the limit characters that Google's looking for when it comes to serving the best SEO data, and meta keywords are also implemented. You can go through each page, see what's there, see if it's been optimized or not. If you had a website before the brand new PhotoBiz, you can also do this as well, post page creation. So if you already had a website page and you didn't have that built for you, you can go through here and do all that. If you want PhotoBiz AI to write it for you, it can write it as well. It'll customize it directly here for you. There we go, new updated version of it. Super simple. But yes, all our pages are optimized for search right away, and we make it easier than possible than ever. Let's see, I have time for one more. Let me pull one real quick. Well, we kind of just talked about how can PhotoBiz AI help me create SEO content? How can it help me write blog posts? We talked about that. How can PhotoBiz AI help me create email campaigns? We talked about that. And how can we do alt text? So we really only have a little bit left. We also talked about how services are set up, availability and scheduler. So if it's not free consultation, it could be a specific service. How do I create new email campaigns? We talked about that. How do I import in clients? We've done all this. So we've pretty much walked through all these today. If you want to connect a merchant, that's probably the last thing. So let's talk about merchants. So if you're going to sell directly online, click on the e-commerce. You'll come to a dashboard like this. You want to go ahead and go to payment, select merchant. Here, we'll add a new merchant. You can see that we have Stripe available, and we recommend that one because they have, a great, system set up, and they'll pay you pretty effectively fast. But you can also choose between PayPal, Authorize.net, PayJunction, PayFlow, Square as well. We'll just do PayPal for now so you can see how fast it is. Just select what your email is. I'm just going to make it this one. Add merchant, and your merchant is active. You might have a couple steps if you're adding other merchants, which you can. But you might have some extra steps that you have to go through, like Square, like connecting, and same thing with Stripe and all these other ones. You will have to connect them with your account, and then they'll talk to one another, and then they'll be connected directly in here. Once you have that done, you're able to take payments. So like if you have a form or anything like that, you start taking payments directly here. Like we'll just add a new payment form real quick so you can see. If we're going to take a payment directly through one, we'll just do this order form. Whatever the payment is, you can see payment set up. If you need to add any additional pricing, you can do that directly here. Let's just take a look at this form. So now we just select a few things. It tallies up at the bottom. You can see the payment method is going to be sent to me, and then when it's ready to go, we'll just fill out all the information. And then it'll take you over to PayPal to make that payment. And there you go. Fast and easy. Super simple. Definitely recommend doing something like that if that's something that you're into. Just make sure that you have the right PayPal information or your merchant details set up properly. Okay, that's pretty much it for today. I want to thank you for joining me. Again, these are some common support questions that our team usually gets. Now, if you want to talk to our team, you can always do that. You see this icon in the lower corner. You can then click on that. Our team is here to assist you. They're ready to go. You can ask a question directly here, set up a conversation. You can also call us anytime. That's the nice thing about us. We have live chat. We also have a phone number that you can call. So if our team is available to help you, they will assist you right then and there. You also have the benefit of our support hub and our growth hub. Our growth hub has got all this great content such as tips and tricks, what's new. You can see what's been released in the last few weeks. So we had enhanced image protection was just released, and marketing email subject line creators, some things that we featured in today's support that is now available. But you can go through here if you're needing help with anything. This is a great resource directly here. You also have our support. If you ever want to go there, you can learn about anything that you're working on. So this knowledge base is going to help you walk through anything that you're setting up, such as the builder overview if you need help getting started. It's a great resource. You also have the option, not just the Growth Hub, but education.photobiz.com. If you go there, we have what's coming up, upcoming events. You can always see what's coming up next. The next session that we have is on August 14th for website reviews, and then August 28th for Ask Me Anything About SEO. Definitely recommend showing up for those shows. They'll be able to help you. We also have on-demand videos that you can watch anytime that it can assist you with our products and getting started if you have any questions. And best, we have our coaching services. One of our most popular services, 1 hour, $150. A lot can happen in this one-on-one session. So if you need help with getting started, design assistant, e-commerce, client galleries, marketing, forms and contracts, SEO, you name it, our team is there to assist you. In that hour, you can get a lot done, I promise. And if you need even further help, our team can assist you, and we have on-demand services that you can rely on as well. We just want to help you make sure that you're being found online, but also making sure that clients are connecting with you and purchasing through you. We hope this was helpful for today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section. We'll be able to help you right then and there. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining us today. See you next time.